hello, hello, hello. Oh, I said on a pencil. That was not a pleasant sensation. Yeah, yeah, we. So, we're starting painting now. So Tuesday, yes. No, wait, shit. No, Monday. So Moon Day, yesterday. I started off with with just this kind of unconscious sketch of what was just the ideas that were floating in my mind. Then I saw this motif that I just randomly drew, and I was like, ooh, I like this. So what I'm doing today is not this, but it'll eventually turn into this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of this and paint it, which is color, just the background, just background. That's it. Nothing else. Also, this is a recycled canvas. If you can't tell, it's had some issues with it, but I don't believe in throwing things away unnecessarily, and I don't believe in wasting canvas. So, and it was very nice of the artist to give me this. I ran out of money in canvas a while back, and some lovely people donated tons of either art that they didn't like anymore. They told me that they wanted me to paint over, which most of it I'm probably not going to paint over. But and also just kind of like half made stuff or stuff that had like little dents in it. So I got all this so that way I can continue to paint and do what I love. Even when I'm going through financial difficulty, and I'm just so thankful that there's awesome people like that out there. Shout out to Elaine Gerard and Sam White for being homies. Shit, what am I doing? Oh yeah, I just did. I'm gonna paint all this. So. You can't tell. It's been a day. It has been a day. I'm finally kind of getting my life into a form of balance that really feels like I'm getting somewhere, but I'm also not exhausting myself. I'm not pushing myself so hard that I burn out, and I'm not being so unforgivable about, taking it easy ever so often. I'm not being an asshole to myself. This is just water just to get it ready. But I created this little personal program thing, and it's been so fucking helpful. But at the same time, it makes me a little sad because a certain part of my carefreeness is dying. I wouldn't say it is carefreeness as much as actually I should be happy about that, because it wasn't necessarily my carefreeness that I had as much as it was constantly procrastinating what I should do in order to buy a moment's worth of pleasure. A moment of sitting on the couch for a little bit longer, which turns into 6 hours of scrolling through Facebook after taking a dab. Things like that. Things that things that I think were hindering my growth. And they weren't even hindering. They were just taking time away. Because actually, I feel like a lot of times we think that something's hurting us. And then we're like, oh, this isn't hurting us, so it's not that bad. We find out that it's actually, not something that's bad for us, so we just keep on doing it. When in reality, we don't realize that what we're doing is not the exception to the rule. Like when you think that, I'm just gonna have just, this one candy bar. Some people can do that. I can't. Some people can just have one thing and have that self-control. Well, actually, you know what? I'm working on that. Eventually, I will be able to do that, I guess. But for right now, it is like when I quit smoking, quit nicotine. That was, that was something. Because that's a habit I always told myself, oh, I'll quit tomorrow. Quit tomorrow. Do that next time. Because it really sucks to not smoke. Once you've smoked for a long time, it really, man, this regular life just seems really boring without, hitting your vape or without smoking a cigarette. You always feel like the need, like you just want to go outside and just de-stress. And that's how you start de-stressing instead of learning how to actually de-stress, which is just, you know, processing things properly, learning how to process properly. We distract ourselves with a little bit of pleasure, a little bit of a boost at the cost of our future. So for those people that are like read the Bible and stuff like that, you'll know the story of Jacob and Esau. Esau sold his inheritance because he was fucking hungry. And I totally understand that feeling. Sometimes you would just give an arm or a leg. Sometimes you would give your eye if you could just, I don't know, have that nice house that you wanted. Some people, sell pictures of themselves for various reasons. And that is how they pay for their shit. Selling a little bit of yourself, or really anything, a part of you, I guess. Because when you are taking actions and patterns like that of, like for me, big one is just sitting down. Because once I sit down, I don't want to fucking get up. And I might not go back up. But I know I should. And why? Because if I get up, my back won't hurt. And that's literally one of the main motivators of my activity recently is I've noticed that my body doesn't hurt anymore. I'm no longer slouching. I'm standing with proper posture. Just from I'm not even exercising right now. I'm just changing certain habits that I have. Because of that, other things are fixing themselves. But those things suck. Those things suck in the moment to do those things, to take care of those responsibilities. And there's one Rick and Morty episode where the Pickle Rick episode, where he doesn't want to go to therapy. And he does all this stuff to get out of it and to show how that. And the therapist breaks him down at the end and says, you do all this shit just because you want to avoid it. You'll do all this work to not face your actual work. We'll find things to procrastinate with, and you'll tell yourself that you're doing something that's like important, but in reality, it's not important. But there's still a lot of other stuff that needs to be done, like brush. Oh yeah, so the example that the therapist brings up in the show is she brings up brushing your teeth. It's boring, it's mundane, it's stupid, but you have to do it every day. There's nothing fun about it. There's no real great, benefit. You don't feel awesome after it. There's no woo-hoo. But that's how you keep your teeth. And there's a lot of stuff like that I didn't want to do. Things like making sure I just did the dishes immediately after doing, cooking, or just at least doing the dishes once a day. Setting aside a time to clean a certain part of the house every day, different parts. Doing this for half hour every day. This is going to benefit me. But for a long time I wasn't doing this, and I was only doing like 6 hours on maybe a Sunday, 1 day out of the month. And so I wasn't getting anywhere the amount of painting that should have been done. If I want to improve, which I do. So I'm taking time out to actually do things like this. All these habits should be, in my opinion, coordinated with a goal in mind. Because whatever you do, since it's like, oh man, every action you take is a step towards different destinations. And a lot of times in life, I've taken a step forward and then turned around, took another step, or take two steps, and then turn left, make another step. So all you're doing is you're just walking around in circles because each step is disjointed from the last one. Sometimes they contrast each other. Sometimes they are, are perpendicular. So you're making a turn. You're not going anywhere. You're not getting toward anywhere near where you wanted to be because your steps aren't lined up with the direction of that thing. So what I did on Sunday is I took time to think about what are my goals and what habits that I already can either enjoy or can add together that will facilitate the attainment of that goal. Like I really, really, really want to understand psychology on a deep level. So I'm making sure that every Monday I spend at least 2 hours consuming content about psychology but not the popular version, not just like podcasts and such, because most of what you're gonna encounter is straight up bullshit, or it's been dumbed down so much that the information isn't really useful in a way to be able to customize it or think about it in a new way. It's been so simplified that there's nothing you can really glean from it to apply to your own life. So, like, I'm listening to Harvard lectures of Introduction 101. It's their college course on YouTube, as well as reading The Portable Jung by C.G. Jung, but edited by Joseph Campbell. And then, because I know if I take a step every week towards that, I will, understand that better. So I'm choosing what kind of content I consume, as well as what I do throughout the day. So the idea for Monday is psychology and mental health. So I'm taking time to think about my own mental health, check in with myself, make sure that, I am doing okay, and learn more about psychology, as well as pay attention to how other people are behaving around me. So that way I can learn more about how people behave in real life due to their circumstances, and also just, make sure that other people are also doing okay. Tuesdays, it's my day for learning construction and fitness, because I want to eventually build my own house. If I want to learn how to do that, or if I want to be able to pay someone else to do it and make sure I don't get ripped off, I'm going to have to learn all this stuff now. So I'm using that day to take a step in that direction. But all these things are also, I have Monday, psychology, Marsday, fitness and I'll just say fitness for now. Fitness, because that's the mainstay. Wednesday is, what is it? Business and math. So I am making sure to practice geometry and physics, and I've also got a textbook on algebra, as well as learning things about business, things I should know, like how to run one, what you'll need, the various types of businesses, how to get an LLC, all that type of stuff. So that's my day for that. So all these things, and then that's it. Thursdays, check in with my mentors, people that I think of as role models, or people that are dead from the past that have written books. The type of media I consume will be like people that are worthy role models in my estimation, for me, for what I want to do. And then Friday, relationships, date nights, as well as hanging out with friends. Just social needs, love essentially. Um, Saturday is my day for rest. Day to think about death, think about what it's going to be like at the end. Not necessarily of my life, but at the end of what I'm trying to achieve. Not trying to expect anything, but trying to practice letting go of expectation now. Well, if that makes any sense to you. Like, not practicing disappointment, but also not practicing excitement. Practicing observing, relaxing, taking away the need to do something. Taking away that reflexive action that we pretty much do throughout most of the week. Take a break from reflexive action and just enjoy being alive. And Sunday, I think about the universe and God, or God essentially, because God is the universe in my estimation. But all these things are pointed towards making me a better artist, because they all support my spirituality, which is my art is about spirituality. That's the whole point. If you haven't gotten it yet, this is what it's about. It's about trying to bring things from the spirit world to our world, as well as teach people about things about the other world, as well as provide a little magic of their own. My health, my mental health, my physical health, my ability to, be a entrepreneur, which is, and as an artist, I need that. You definitely need mental and physical health, because you'll spend hours doing nothing except for painting sometimes, and that's not good. You need to make sure that you break out, get out into the world, talk to some people, be social. And then also making sure that I don't put myself through burnout every week, making sure I have a day of strict rest. I'm just not doing shit. Which is why I take the weekends off for posting. And then Sunday, think about my place in this reality that is shared by other conscious beings. What am I doing that is affecting the world? To think about, why am I doing my art? And that'll give me more inspiration to do more art. I know I haven't been painting for a while, and I've just been talking, and you've been staring at this while watching me wave this thing around. That's because it's drying. And I really like how this looks. So I'm not going to touch it. Am I saying that everyone should do this? This like weird little balance thing? No, not at all, because this is just me being idiosyncratic. But I think I'm hoping that what all this rambling that I just did inspires someone to create better habits for themselves and to live a healthier life, and a life full of love and joy. That's what I'm hoping to come out of all this. I'm hoping that my art makes people better, in a way. Or not makes people better, inspires people to live awesome lives. To live a life of love in the face of hate. To live a life of ease, even when it's difficult. I want people to be able to look at my art and be transformed. But of course, every artist wants that. Or at least a lot of artists have wanted that. That's nothing unique. But out of all this, I hope that it helps someone. Because if it at least helps one person, then I could spend an entire lifetime, and if it was just that one person, it would be worth it. As long as I don't hurt other people. Because if I only help one person and I hurt a whole lot of other people, that means what you did was not good. Or not necessarily, not good. It doesn't bode well for the ethical perception of what you just did. Maybe, I don't know. I'm a little baked. Which I'm also going to stop soon too. This is my last month for smoking. January 1st, no more of the THCs. I think I'm about done for today. This is good. I don't know if anybody actually ever showed up. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody texted. No chat. So, I think I'm just going to call it for today. Hope you all have an amazing day. Hope you're inspired to love yourself to the point where you actually do the things that you don't want to do that will help you. Peace.